This is Beth Sinclair, and this is my Saturday morning video. Today I'm going to show you something. It's like a sneak peek because you're going to be able to get this next week on my website. This is a brand new online exclusive set, and it actually coordinates with the paper pumpkin we just got. And I'll show you. This is a stamp set, and this is the dies. Now here you get 5 standalone dies, and you got 3 of them that cut out the stamps, those 3. So there's your dies. And I'll show you a couple things. We're going to do a couple cards together, and then I'll show you some other stuff that I made with this one. Also, with the suite, you also get matching paper. And this paper is very pretty. I feel like florals here, which I love florals. And then the back is, oh my goodness, look at the back of these. They're just solid like that with the design. They are so useful. See? All right, now, you can see these in detail on my website, by the way. The colors in this paper is Berry Burst, Blueberry Bliss, Mossy Meadow, Night of Navy, Pretty Peacock, and Timid Tiger. Now, Timid Tiger is what I did with my first set of cards. That's this one. This one's Timid Tiger, and the next one's going to be in Timid Tiger. That's a new green we have. This is probably the most complicated of the 3 cards that I've come across, that I'm showing you. So we're going to do this one first. What I did was, I've got a basic white card base. Ta-da! I didn't do the inside of this, because I don't know who I'm giving it to yet. So then, basic white base. Then I've got a piece of I picked one of the colors that's, in the paper. Although I know I'm not using paper, I just picked one of the colors. I guess I didn't realize what I was doing at first, if I was going to use paper or not. So that's why I wanted to play it safe. So here, this is 4 by 5 1/4, and then I've got another white one on top of it. That's 3 3/4 by 5. It's going to go like that. Then I've got the Happy Birthday, which I'm going to put a ribbon in there, and I'll show you how I did that. And also, I want to show you how I did this. See how it's two-tone? I also put color behind these little ones, but I'm not going to do that today because I'm going to see what it looks like, because it should just be white because it's against the white. So, all right, so what I did was I took this and I decided the flowers and the leaves, what do I want? Now, I want everything that's flower off of this. And I'm going to place it on the leaf. So I'm taking the flowers off, or the leaves off, basically. Okay. And get my glue. It's like paper piece in a way, but it's not that much. I'm doing it little by little so I know where they go. Now, if you do that and you get green in the middle, you know what that means. I didn't punch it out. There it goes. But that's okay. I'll do that later. All right, more leaves. And here. Like that. Now, I could have cut out my little paper pieces before. I don't know why they didn't punch out. Probably because I did one after the other. And I didn't clean my thing, my die out in between. So I'm just going to poke that little grain out here and here. Pretty easy. Okay, so here's my flowers. And this, I'm going to make sure this card is right side up. I'm going to start, I got that, it's going to go there. And then I've got this flower with the leaf. It's going to go opposite. So that's what I'm going to do there. I'm going to show you how I did my ribbon, and then we're going to glue the whole thing together, okay? And then we'll be done with that card. Now, first of all, the ribbon I want to be berry burst. I don't have berry burst ribbon. Whether they had it out or not, I did not get it. However, I do have white. And actually, white can be anything you want it to be. And I would tell you, if you see this on the clearance rack, which I did pick one of these up on the clearance rack, you want to snatch it thinking, oh, I don't use white for anything. Yes, you do. Because watch. With my blends, I made it berry burst. And it matches the card. And I'll show you how easy. I got a little tiny scrap here. And I got some scrap paper. You're always going to use scrap paper because it'll bleed through there. And watch how this works. It takes to it so easily. Look at that. It spreads. And, well, this one, I want to be careful not to, touch the silver edges because I like that. But a lot of them don't have edges, so it doesn't matter. But that's what I did. Of course, you got to let it dry a little bit because it takes a few. But that's how I made my ribbon. Okay, now I'm going to just attach this card together, and then we're going to show you the other one I did. Make sure we're not upside down. I'm putting it my way instead of your way. I think I'm going to do this first. Do the white. The next one is a fun fold. A little fun fold. I don't know. Very easy, mild one. Yeah. There. Okay. So we got that. Now this, I used dimensionals. Yep, I did. Use dimensionals on that. And since it has little holes, you want to be kind of strategic about your dimensional placement. The leaves are big enough, though, I think. Yeah, the leaves are big enough. But I'm going to use a couple halves here and there. I have small ones, too, but I'm like, well, that's why I use these off. You know what? I want the little ones. The leaves. Now, you don't have to do all the leaves. I'm just doing a couple. Yeah. There, and then I need one there. Maybe one more here. And my trash can is underneath here. That's the best way I figured how not to have anything that's like fall in there. Too many times I'm getting ready to do my, empty my trash out. I get another bag. I go through it piece by piece, make sure there's no stamps or anything in there, no little dies or anything. Okay, that goes there. This is gonna go right here. This one's gonna go over here. Although, you know what, I had it more on the side, didn't I? I didn't push it really hard down, so sometimes dimensionals can be kind of forgiving. like so. Now we're going to put it more like that because I want it more to the side, so I have more room for this. Okay. This one has to have dimensionals because of this. Now, look at this. That's too big. All right. I'm just eyeballing this because that's what I do. It's just a card, right? It's a card and you're making it and it's homemade and it's pretty. So I don't do more than just eyeball things to make sure things look good. Some people are a little bit more particular. I have a daughter in particular that's very meticulous about every little square millimeter, 16th of a millimeter inch on what things she does. She would be like that. But not me. Mom's a little different. I'm just doing this to have fun. Which is kind of a nice thing about this company. You don't have to be a salesperson. You could just do it. Be a hobby person. Hobby demonstrator, they call them. Although, did I want that one diagonal? Oh, yeah. I don't have it diagonal. Can you tell I did this card a couple weeks ago? Okay, we're going this way. Like that. No, I want it the other way. Like that. There. That's hard. Yeah. I'm putting it so that the little flowers on it too, just to help decorate it. I don't know how I cleared it with that one. I think I had it a little different, but I like that. A little flower on there. Okay. Whoa, this ain't gonna go. No. We're not gonna do that. We have to do my little ones for that. Because there's too many open holes there. Maybe that's the reason why I put something on the bottom with it. And one more. Yeah, that works. I try and get in the habit of doing it with the take your pick tool, because if not, I find these like on the bathroom floor. The little papers, they go everywhere. All right, hold on. There, so there's my flower. So here's my next card, and I'm sure berry burst. Do I have 10 gems in it? Oh, I bet I do. Hold on. These were also on the clearance rack. These, I believe, these are the tinsel. Which one? Tinsel gems, 4-pack, and they've got berry burst in here. That's another thing on the clearance rack I like to stock up on. So let's just grab one. Put one in here. And in this open spot. Maybe one more up in the top. Here. There. So there's our card. That's card number 1. Now I'm going to show you card number 2. And I stayed with Berry Burst too for this one as well. For my card. So this is the one that I said is kind of a little bit like a fun fold. And I did it in the Timid Tiger. See, these two colors are in the paper, and I needed that color for this paper. I think that's why I did that one like that. Besides, I wanted something different than the orange. So here's this one. How I did here, I've got Berry Burst card base, and I cut an inch off this part. Now, I'm not sure when this stuff is going to be on my blog, but I will definitely put it on my blog soon. This is 1 inch off the front. So this was 4 1/4. Now it's 3 1/4, right? So this one, my little directions. This one is going to be 3 by 5 1/2. It should be. Not that one. That's the inside. Here it is. 3 by 5 1/2, or 5 1/4, because that's 5 1/2. My DSP, this one is going to go on top, and the DSP is 2 1/2 by 5, like that. Then I have a strip. I've got white, that's 3/4 of an inch, and I've got paper, that's a 1/2 inch to match that. Look at that. And then here's the flower. And the flower, I pieced it just like I did that big piece, which we'll do that in a minute. And this, oh, by the way, this oval, that came from this, linked together. And then this one came from another online exclusives. The, let me see, the one with the, oh, come on, the seed packets. Yeah, the seed packets. Where did I put that? No, I'm not sure. I didn't put it back, so I guess we'll have to look it up. It's online exclusive, and I can't remember the name of it, but it has the seed packets. It's got a big die that you can make seed packets out of, but this is, they got a die that you can cut this out, and also as a stamp, you can trim it, you know, edge it with something. Dye with a color. I just didn't want to do that. I just wanted this one because it was different than a plain old rectangle. All right, so let's glue this together, and then we're going to do our flower. Now this I did do for the inside, but I did not cut it right, did I? Because this one's got to be the same size as that. So this should be 5, or excuse me, 3 1/2. Because I need to have room for that other thing there. Right? Yeah, that's better. So, oops, I forgot to leave my glue upside down. Uh-oh, my husband's home. I left my door open. That was 5 1/2. That should be 5 1/2. Same size. Oh, that is. Oh, I must have made that one 5. Hi, I'm doing a video. I'll be done in 5 minutes, okay? Boy, you're probably happy to hear that too, aren't you? Okay, so here's the inside. Outside. Look at that. That's a very useful color. That's mossy meadow. I don't have enough fun stuff mossy now. Sometimes I use it up. I like that color for just a background. You know, Monday's the last day of our sale too. We have this sale. Buy one sweet, you get one sweet half off, as well as sweet products. Which means like if you like the bundle, but you don't want the whole sweet, you pick 2 sweets that have bundles and you can get those bundles, buy one, get one half off. Or just the paper. There's all kinds of ways of doing it. Hold on. This seems a little off, don't it? Okay. Probably not going to have my sentiment on here. But it can be a birthday card. It can be a thank you card, anything you want. I had birthday on that. But I'm just going to leave this one blank until I decide. Okay. This, I'll leave that. Because with this, we're going to cut the flower off. That's that little bit on the end. I call that a leaf. So we're just going to snip, snip. Although I should have done that. Yeah, I should have done that. Because I was going to do that. And that's not, you know what? I'm going to leave it right here. I'll show you what to do when you do that. Get a dimensional. And you attach it. Then I'm going to grab a little one up here to balance. And then we need to do a couple on the bottom to balance. There. That needs something really tiny. Oops, not that tiny. Let's go. It's really pretty. Yeah, I'm getting ready to get into my drawer and get another glue. And I'm getting into the same gems because they are the same color. And I'll leave my sentiment for another time. So, second card. And show you what else I made. I made this one, the paper, and this one, which is similar to that with the leaf and more paper. So, thank you for watching my video, and have a nice weekend. Remember, this is going to be out the beginning of July, July 1st, I believe. That's when the new online exclusives come for the next month. This is a very pretty set. Looking in the camera. All right. Thank you for watching.